Hello, goat farmers. Welcome back to Manual Goat Farm. You know, just like with any critter, prevention is worth a pound of cure, especially when it comes to goats. Now, I've seen my fair share of goat ailments over the years, and let me tell you, treating a whole herd can get expensive quick. That's why we're talking about keeping those goats healthy from the get-go. Today, I'll be your guide through essential vaccination practices and sharing some tried and true tips to keep your herd thriving year-round. So stick around and let's get started. Now, before we jump into the vaccinations, let's talk about some common goat diseases you might encounter. One of the most common and dangerous is enterotoxemia. This nasty bug releases toxins in the gut, causing diarrhea, convulsions, even sudden death. It's especially a risk in young, fast-growing kids. Then there's foot rot, a painful bacterial infection that causes lameness and can really impact your herd's productivity. Another one you gotta watch out for is tetanus. This one's caused by a bacteria that thrives in soil and can enter through wounds. It causes stiffness, muscle spasms, and can be fatal. And of course, we can't forget about pneumonia. This respiratory disease is a real threat, especially in kids and older goats, causing coughing, fever, and difficulty breathing. Alright, let's talk vaccines. First up, the CD&T vaccine. This one's a must-have. It protects against Clostridium perfringens type C and D, which cause enterotoxemia and tetanus. We give this one as a series of 2 shots about 4 weeks apart, starting when kids are around 6 to 8 weeks old. Next, we've got the Pasteurella vaccine. Pasteurella is a bacteria that causes pneumonia and other respiratory problems in goats. It's best to work with your vet to determine the right Pasteurella vaccine for your area. Lastly, depending on where you live and your goat's exposure risk, you might need to vaccinate for Brucella. This bacterial disease can cause abortions in goats and is a concern for human health too. Remember, always consult your veterinarian for the appropriate vaccines and vaccination schedule for your specific herd and location. Just like with kids going to school, goats need a vaccination schedule too. We start vaccinating kids young, around 6 to 8 weeks old, with the first dose of the CD&T vaccine, followed by a booster shot about 4 weeks later. Then, depending on your vet's recommendation and your area, you'll likely give the first Pasteurella vaccine around 8 to 12 weeks of age, with a booster in a few weeks. For brucellosis, female kids are typically vaccinated between 4 and 12 months of age. Adult goats need boosters too. We give CD&T boosters annually to all goats, and pregnant does get an extra dose about a month before kidding to pass on immunity to their kids. Talk to your vet about a vaccination schedule that fits your goat's needs. Now, vaccinations are important, but they're only one piece of the puzzle. Good biosecurity is key to keeping your herd healthy. One of the most important things you can do is quarantine new goats for at least 30 days before introducing them to the rest of the herd. This gives you time to observe them for any signs of illness and prevents potential spread of disease. Keeping things clean is crucial too. Regularly clean and disinfect barns, stalls, and feeding areas. And don't forget about your boots and clothes. Change them before and after entering different areas of your farm to avoid spreading germs. Also, be mindful of visitors. Limit contact with your herd and ask them to disinfect their hands and footwear before entering goat areas. Listen, I know paperwork might not be the most exciting part of goat farming, but trust me, keeping good records is crucial. You'll want to keep track of each goat's vaccination history, including the date, type of vaccine, and dosage. This helps you stay on schedule with boosters and ensures your goats are properly protected. It's also a good idea to keep records of any illnesses, treatments, or health concerns. This information can be invaluable for tracking patterns, identifying potential problems early on, and working with your vet to keep your herd in tip-top shape. Now, you don't need to be a veterinarian to keep a close eye on your goat's health. Regular visual checks can go a long way in catching problems early on. Start by looking at their eyes. They should be bright, clear, and free of any discharge. Then, check those ears. Make sure they're clean and free of any foul odors or signs of mites. Take a peek at their coat. It should be shiny and smooth, not dull, rough, or patchy. And don't forget to observe their behavior. Are they eating and drinking normally? Are they active and alert? Any changes in behavior could be an early sign of illness. Well, there you have it, folks. Remember, a healthy goat is a happy goat, and happy goats make for happy farmers. Follow these best practices and enjoy a healthier, more productive goat herd. If you have questions or experiences to share, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more goat farming wisdom. Happy farming!